On a stormy midnight, Detective Miranda Blake found a sealed envelope on her doorstep. Its wax imprint bore an unfamiliar crest, and the note inside whispered, "Uncover the truth behind shadows past." A mystery had just begun. By dawn, curiosity drove Miranda to study the note beneath a flickering lamp. Each word resonated with secrets and warnings, as if daring her to confront buried memories and long forgotten treachery. The note mentioned an abandoned manor on the outskirts of town. Arriving there, Miranda found ivy-choked walls and silent corridors that seemed to murmur of secrets too dangerous to forget. In the grand foyer, dust danced in the morning light. A crooked portrait of a stern man watched over the space, his eyes hinting at untold stories of passion and betrayal hidden behind his painted smile. A creaking staircase beckoned upward. Each step echoed like a heartbeat, as if the manor itself pulsed with memories of clandestine meetings and lost promises, inviting Miranda to discover its hidden truths. In a forgotten study, stacks of yellowed letters lay scattered on an ancient desk. Elegant handwriting detailed midnight rendezvous and secret pacts, hinting at a betrayal that had once rocked the manor's foundation. A delicate music box rested in a shadowed corner. When opened, it played a haunting melody that stirred Miranda's soul, a tune that bridged past and present with each trembling note. Outside, the wind howled through broken windows, carrying murmurs of voices long silenced. Miranda paused, wondering if the manor itself was trying to speak, revealing secrets locked away in its crumbling walls. In a dusty library, rows of brittle diaries and ancient tomes beckoned her. One ledger, filled with cryptic entries, recounted secret meetings and whispered alliances that hinted at a hidden society. The name Edmund Blackwell emerged repeatedly. His presence seemed woven into the manor's fabric. Each mention, like a ghost in the records, urged Miranda to probe deeper into his mysterious legacy. In the manor's neglected garden, tangled vines concealed a stone statue resembling Edmund. Its posture pointed toward an overgrown path, as though urging Miranda to follow a trail of obscured history. Venturing along the hidden path, Miranda discovered a narrow passage beneath twisted roots. Dim light revealed ancient symbols etched into stone, each mark a silent clue to a past shrouded in enigma. Deep in the passage, she uncovered a secret chamber filled with relics, faded photographs, an ornate pocket watch, and a diary with a lock that had never known a key. History pressed in from all sides. The diary's fragile pages told of forbidden love and betrayal. Edmund's words, heavy with regret, painted a portrait of a man coerced into acts he never desired, a pawn in a game of power and manipulation. As twilight fell, Miranda retraced her steps through echoing corridors. The manor seemed alive with memories. Each creak and shadow whispered fragments of a tragedy that spanned generations. In the grand dining hall, a long-forgotten banquet table stood set with chipped porcelain and tarnished silverware. The remnants of a once vibrant celebration hinted at an evening that ended in unspeakable sorrow. Suddenly, a sharp crash echoed from a side wing. Racing toward the sound, Miranda discovered a shattered mirror, its scattered shards reflecting a distorted image of the manor's grim secrets. One shard captured the reflection of a mysterious figure in vintage attire. Was it Edmund, or another specter of the past? The fragment's jagged lines suggested that appearances were as fragmented as the truth. Determined to understand, Miranda gathered every clue: the note, the music box, the diary, and now the mirror fragment. Each piece was a thread in a tapestry of deception and dark alliances. That night, in a cramped study of the manor, Miranda laid out the relics like a puzzle. The connections among them began to form a picture of betrayal and conspiracy, hinting at a secret society's influence. An old newspaper clipping mentioned a lavish masquerade ball hosted in the manor years ago. Rumors swirled of a scandal involving Edmund Blackwell and a mysterious guest whose identity had long been concealed. Seeking more answers, Miranda sought out the manor's caretaker, Mr. Hargrove. His weathered face and guarded tone suggested he held the key to tales of scandal and loss whispered through the halls. Mr. Hargrove revealed that Edmund had once been accused of orchestrating a cruel deception at the ball. A guest had vanished without trace, and suspicion fell on him, though some whispered of forces far darker than simple betrayal. The old man spoke of a hidden safe behind a portrait in the drawing room, Intrigued, Miranda navigated winding hallways until she found the faded portrait of a noblewoman with eyes that seemed to pierce the veil of time. With a cautious tug, the portrait shifted, revealing a recessed safe. Inside lay documents, letters, and a hand-drawn map, a guide that hinted at the location of secrets capable of shattering long-held illusions. The map led Miranda to a secluded chapel at the manor's edge. Weathered stone steps bore silent witness to generations of clandestine meetings and whispered confessions, promising more answers beyond its door. Inside the chapel, candlelight danced across stained glass windows. In a hidden alcove behind the altar, a series of symbols matched those etched in the secret passage, deepening the mystery of forbidden rituals. Each symbol resonated with notes from Edmund's diary, as if the chapel itself echoed the past. Miranda felt a chill. Each mark, each faded inscription, was a piece of a puzzle meant to reveal a hidden truth. In the alcove, a small, intricately locked box awaited. Opening it, Miranda discovered a delicate necklace and a faded photograph of a smiling woman whose eyes bore silent stories of love and loss. The necklace, a treasured family heirloom, was engraved with initials matching those in Edmund's diary. It hinted at a forbidden romance and a vow to protect a truth that could upend reputations and ignite fresh scandal. A creak from the chapel door startled Miranda. Peeking out, she saw a shadowed figure vanish into a corridor. The unexpected presence deepened the intrigue, leaving her to wonder if she was being watched or followed. Determined to confront the mystery, Miranda followed the elusive figure. In the dim corridor, fleeting glimpses of determination and hidden sorrow emerged, challenging her assumptions about friend and foe alike. The pursuit led her to a narrow, winding passage beneath the chapel. In the oppressive darkness, the air grew cold and heavy, and every echo of her footsteps seemed to whisper warnings of secrets best left undisturbed. In a subterranean chamber, the shadow finally halted. The figure's voice emerged from the gloom. "You're close to the truth. But be warned, some secrets, once uncovered, can never be buried again." The mysterious stranger introduced himself as Victor, a former confidant of Edmund. His words painted a tale of coercion and betrayal, a network of hidden alliances that had forced Edmund into an impossible choice. Victor detailed clandestine meetings, cryptic codes, and a secret society that manipulated fate from behind the scenes. Miranda listened, each revelation tightening the knots of suspicion around her mind. From within his worn coat, Victor produced a faded journal brimming with names, dates, and enigmatic symbols. Its contents mirrored Edmund's diary, strengthening the case for a conspiracy rooted in treachery. The journal hinted at a hidden vault beneath the manor, where the secret society stored evidence of their manipulations. Miranda's pulse quickened at the thought of unmasking those responsible for decades of deceit. Returning to the manor's main hall, Miranda retraced her steps with renewed resolve. Every shadow in the corridor now seemed charged with meaning. Each creak of wood, a prelude to further revelations. In the manor's basement, behind a concealed panel, Miranda discovered an iron door adorned with ancient symbols. Matching those from the chapel and secret passage, it promised access to buried truths and damning evidence. With careful persistence, she unlocked the door to reveal a vault filled with ledgers, photographs, and coded messages. The contents painted a picture of powerful figures weaving a web of manipulation and greed. Among the documents was a letter from Edmund. In heartfelt prose, he detailed his inner torment and defiance against those who had exploited his trust. His words exuded both remorse and a longing for redemption. The letter implicated a respected local dignitary whose public persona masked a history of corruption. Miranda's mind raced with the implications, a man of influence concealing the very secrets that could topple established power. As the pieces converged, Miranda realized the dignitary's reach extended deep into the community. His ties to the secret society threatened not only the manor's legacy, but also the very fabric of the town's social order. Unsure of whom to trust, Miranda contacted an investigative journalist renowned for exposing corruption. Their tense meeting crackled with guarded words and silent threats, yet a mutual determination to unearth the truth prevailed. Together, they pored over every scrap of evidence. Ledgers, Photographs and coded messages intertwined to form a narrative of clandestine power plays, a struggle for control that spanned decades and endangered lives. As their investigation gained momentum, ominous warnings began to surface. Anonymous messages urged Miranda to cease her inquiries, implying that some truths were too dangerous to expose and would come at a dire cost. One night, her office was ransacked, leaving behind a blood-red note. Silence the truth, or it will silence you. The chilling threat underscored the peril of her quest and steeled her resolve further. With every piece of evidence now in hand and the journalist at her side, Miranda prepared for the ultimate confrontation. The secret society's intricate web of lies was about to unravel in the harsh light of justice. In the final reckoning, beneath the glare of public scrutiny, the hidden cabal was exposed. The dignitary and his cohorts were held accountable. Though scarred by the ordeal, Miranda emerged as a steadfast guardian of truth, her legacy forever etched in the whispers of mystery.